was the story of the game to me. I mean, the rest of the game we played much better, so we got to get a better start.
I know you weren't here for the last couple of games, but that was a common thread in those two. Are there any themes you're seeing in terms of starting slow defensively?
They were super hot, as they were last time they played in here. We did some trapping and rolled the dice on them, passing out of rotations, and they made some shots. And, we had some live ball turnovers that hurt us. So, I'll have to look at the whole thing again. But, we adjusted from there. But, a big first quarter hole can be very difficult. So, that was the story of the whole thing.
25 points and 13 assists for Tyrese tonight. When you talk about him finding his balance between looking for his own shot and setting up others, is this kind of close to what you're envisioning for him?
Yeah, it really is. And, I thought the balance was good. I mean, 19 shots is a lot of shots, but, when your best players are taking them and they're good looks, that's what you want. So, he's going to get assists. I mean, his vision is so good. He has a real sense for delivering the ball, in rhythm, on time, all that stuff. So, there's some good things, and he did some good things getting to the rim tonight as well. I thought a couple times he could have got a whistle in the first half. I think it was pretty clear that I was, that I felt that was something that a couple of those things could have been called, but sometimes it doesn't. But he just, he kept attacking, and that was good.
You just spoke to the first quarter defense a little bit, but this is 3 games in a row you guys have given up over 130 points. What do you sense as the biggest reason you guys are struggling on that end of the floor beyond just having limited guys available every night?
Yeah, we got to do better. I'm not going to make excuses, That's it. I'm not going to make an excuse. I mean, if you can't see the reasons yourself, but we're not going to make excuses. I mean, we're in a tough spot with personnel, but we got to do our best, and we didn't do our best tonight. We did well in the last 3 quarters, but we were poor in the first, and we got to change that on Wednesday.
Kiefer Sykes had one of his best scoring nights in a while tonight. What did you see from him as he kind of found his groove for the first time in a couple games?
Yeah, it was a last-minute decision to start him in place of O'Shea. We were going to start Taylor and then talked about it a little bit more. Decided to let him run around and chase Trey around and try to make it difficult on him. And he did a good job. I mean, Young only had 14 points, and it's hard to hold this guy to 14 points. It just is. And, you're trying to win the game and all those kinds of things, and that is important. But, Kiefer's showing that, we know he can score, but defensively he's done some good things against some of these smaller guards that are really dynamic this year.
I saw in the second quarter Tyrese had a block on Trae Young that led to a fast break, and then the next play down, he kicked it to Kiefer for a corner 3. How do you think he kind of helped jumpstart the team in that second quarter to help you all get back in? And he had 14 points in the period.
He definitely did. He got deflections. He was active defensively. The thing that's really good right now is that, Tyrese's steals are coming off of good position defense, good positioning on defense. And, he's much more tuned into what we're trying to do defensively. So that was good. And look, as a pace generator, I've seen fewer guys better than him. I mean, he gets it out. He gets it up quick. He's super unselfish, and he's super decisive. And so, those are all big pluses.
Tyrese, in the first quarter defensively, it's been kind of a struggle the last few games. Are there any common threads you're noticing there in terms of getting started on the right foot defensively that you guys would like to improve on?
I think just sense of urgency. We came out, we trapped Trey in the full court a little bit, and that worked for us well in Atlanta when we kind of forced other guys to beat us. And since then they've seen that look from other teams and they've learned to adjust to it. And other guys stepped up. Herter made shots. TLC made shots, and Clint was obviously a dominant presence in the paint. when we were switching and things like that. So they made it tough on us, but just sense of urgency and I think we just got to focus on starting and ending quarters better, and that'll put us in a good spot.
25 points tonight. You took 19 shots. Was there something that you saw within Atlanta's defense that wanted to make you be aggressive in terms of looking for your own look?
I don't think them specifically. I just think internally I feel that way, that I just have to be more aggressive at moving forward. 19 shots is probably the most shots I've shot since I got to Indiana. And I sometimes get to that point where I'm thinking like, man, I'm shooting a lot, but I'm gonna get to that level where it's like it's just natural and it's just playing basketball. I think when I'm aggressive, you guys see it opens a lot of things up for me. But then teams are focused on me more, and then that allows me to share the ball, and that's obviously a major part of my game. So I think just internally, I'm trying to make that an emphasis moving forward. Just finishing the year the right way, but then obviously on to next year and as my time goes on and growing as a player.
You talk about finding that right level of aggression after quite a few games. What are your conversations with Rick like about finding that perfect balance for you, and how do you kind of go about working on that every day?
I think Rick does a lot of things to get me downhill, to get me shots. I think he looks at that, and when I do have a rhythm going, he lets me stay and play, and then I can always appreciate that. So, I think he enjoys having the ball in my hands, and I'm just trying to get the ball, get out, play fast, and I think that's something that me and Buddy as well have brought since we've gotten here, is that our offensive identity has been more dictated by pace, and but the only way that you can really play with such pace is to get stops. So we got to do a better job on the defensive end, because that's going to open everything up for us offensively.
Yeah, speaking of that, 3 straight games giving up over 130 points. What do you see as the biggest issue for you guys on that end of stopping other teams?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I think we can rebound the ball better. I'm looking right here, and I think we only lost by 4. But I think there's like timely rebounds and loose balls and things that we're not getting. And I hate to say like as limited bodies or whatever it is, but we just got to be better there. I think that obviously playing a good team, Atlanta can score with anybody in the NBA. So, it's the NBA. It's tough. It's tough to guard, but we can still do, a much better job than giving up 130.
Tyrese, what shifted in the second quarter, and how did you specifically, I guess, help galvanize the group to get back in the game?
I obviously had a little break, in the second, and for me it was just trying to get aggressive and trying to get us going when the energy wasn't there. So I think that's what a focus of mine was, is try to get myself going and get the energy going, within our team, within the building. So, I think that was what I was focused on.
I see you and Buddy do this all the time. Like whenever there's a dead ball or it goes out of bounds, you all grab it and like run to the ref, and like you're like the fastest people to do it. That's something you're like preaching to your teammates as well, to start doing that to kind of get an advantage?
Yeah, because I mean, in the NBA they let you, so why not take advantage of it if you're really trying to play fast? Because while other teams are arguing with, the refs or talking to their coaches or whatever, you can really get out, and sometimes you can sneak a bucket or two. So I think that's something that we adopted. I probably honestly adopted from him in Sacramento, and that we've brought here.
Tyrese, is there anything specifically that you personally want to get out of these final couple weeks? Anything you want to try or need to see or anything like that before the end of the year?
I think just playing with other guys, being more aggressive myself, and just trying some things. You know what I'm saying? Offensively, defensively. It's just keep creating an identity, right? I think. We came here, on the deadline, and guys are missing, guys are hurt, whatever the case is. I think kind of just trying to keep creating that identity and build that into the summer is how can we, build an identity going into next year, because what's going on this year is not the plan for next year. So I think for us, we just got to keep building an identity, coming together, having conversations, honest conversations about where we can get better, building that as the year ends and as the summer goes on, and moving forward.
And kind of speaking of next year, I think Rick said you and Miles maybe practiced 2 practices together. Do you feel like you even have a feel for his game together just yet, or is that something that needs training camp practices and actual game reps?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think we're both professionals, both basketball players, so we'll figure it out as we go. But yeah, I mean, if he was to be thrown in a game right now, I think that we just have to figure each other out a little bit. So obviously him not playing, that sucks. But I have no doubt that we'll link up in the summer, getting runs or whatever, and going into next season we'll have figured it out. So obviously it sucks with all these guys hurt, but I think it's just figuring it out.
Tyrese, I've asked you this in the past. I've asked you this in the past about matching up against other top tier guards, and you matched up with Trey a couple times this season. What is it like to maybe view it from the opposite perspective and kind of see how he carries that burden of being a lead guard now that you're in that position as well?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Trey's one of the best point guards in the NBA. The things that he can do and kind of change a whole game just, with his offensive presence, that you have to always know where he is on the floor. He can shoot from deep, get guys involved, make a lot of different reads. Has one of the best handles in the league, quick guard. I think he obviously takes a lot of the burden for them offensively, and I think that's a guy that just I watch and pay attention to throughout the year. I'll pay attention to as I watch all these playoff games and just see how he runs the floor, runs the team, and it's always interesting to play these other top guards just to hear how they communicate with their guys, what they see. Sometimes I ask them questions just to pick their brain. It's definitely it's awesome to play against top guards on a nightly basis for sure.
Buddy, especially defensively, early in games have been a challenge, at least the last 3 or 4 games. Is there anything that you're noticing that's maybe not happening right away on the defensive side?
No, I mean, I think rough first quarter. We did a great job in first, second, third, fourth. I mean, the second, third, and fourth. We didn't really had a good as the first quarter we want. I mean, look at throughout the second, third, and fourth. We maintained. I think it was even keel and like going back and forth. And we missed some shots early in the first, but we just took to our game plan and we trusted.
The first month or so when you were here, you showed a lot of things that you're capable of doing at a higher level, like assisting and rebounding and that kind of thing. Lately, your shot's starting to fall at that level previously. Is that feeling more comfortable? What do you think has led to that shot falling at those high levels you're used to?
Just collecting and being more calm with myself and just trusting my work and trusting what got me here. And just working with the coaching staff every day and just watching film and see how I can be effective, and I'm just taking good shots now. And early I've been getting good shots for now. It's more getting a better feeling, a better rhythm, better feel, and just keep working at it, man.
Buddy, what was it like to just go out there with the league minimum 8 players and try to go toe-to-toe with the Hawks?
I mean, this basketball is I love competing, and I always tell guys no matter what, who's out there, just go out there and give it your all. We down bodies, and this is basketball, man. Like, shit, it's not an opportunity for somebody to step up and make plays and get some more minutes for somebody else. And who doesn't like playing more minutes? We down bodies, but it's still fun. It's a challenge. We just gotta keep grinding and building from this.
And obviously, you've been a teammate with Haliburton for a while now. How did you think he controlled this game tonight with 25 points, 13 assists?
He did a really good job. He had a great feel for the game. I was looking at the assist numbers is off the charts, and the way he plays, he just trying to find guys and trying to make the right play so efficient. We still got a lot to work on. I always tell me there's a lot you can get better at, but as you keep on progressing, we are the playoff. I keep telling me, watch the playoffs and see how guys control the game, like CP and everybody else, and just get better and study the game and vote for next year for sure.
Significance to your hat? Is there a significance, meaning to your hat?
I got it from my guy. I think about Los Angeles. I just like the smile face. It's my type of hat. It's always smiling.